from the point of view of an award-winning Hollywood writer, in the same way he or she would craft a script, and the same way an actor would study and learn their lines and then make them their own. You will run them by the test of a marquee comedian who will not get a big laugh if the sentence is not well constructed for impact. To top it off, you will use the keen eye of a genius copywriter. In case you're thinking, I'm not a writer, actor, comedian, and copywriter. No, you're not. However, there is so much we can learn from their disciplines that can help perfect your sales presentations and improve your sales results. Don't worry. Over the past 25 years, I have studied all these disciplines and bring you the best idea as they apply to our world of high-stakes sales. One word that you've just heard is discipline. My brother Robert Fripp is a world-class guitarist. One of his albums is called Discipline. I frequently wear one of his T-shirts with the Frippicism, discipline, not an end in itself, but a means to an end. That is what you need to learn, adopt, and then adapt these inside secrets of superstar sales presentations. Yes, it is work. Consider the rewards. Let's say this is the Fripp eye for the sales guy. In this CD, you will hear many show business examples. In Hollywood, they know the importance of writing good dialogue, learning their lines, and rehearsing. The showbiz adage is, security is knowing your lines. Michael Caine said, rehearsal is the work, performance is the relaxation. Laurence Olivier said, the art is hiding the art. When you have discovered the inside secrets of superstar sales presentations, you are going to revisit, recraft, and revitalize most of what you are now doing in the area of presentations. In case you're thinking all this talk of stand-up presentations is okay for you, Fripp, you are a paid, professional public speaker. Outside the privacy of your own home, all speaking is public speaking. There is no such thing as private speaking. Yes, I have been paid to speak at conventions, coach executives in their presentations, and train sales professionals just like you for over 20 years. Consider this. As a sales professional, don't you get compensated for speaking persuasively? Whether you stand up, sit down, or have a telephone sales conversation or presentation? Let us define presentation. In this context, it is any sales communication. You will find these ideas extend to your sales letters, brochures, emails, and website. My associate, Dr. David Palmer, says, a sales letter is a salesperson in print. It needs to do what you do in person. Get attention, answer questions, tell stories, and focus on the reader, who is a customer or prospect. You can enjoy his CD in this series, Mastering Price Negotiations for Sales Professionals. Once you have mastered the inside secrets of stand-up presenting, you will be excited to discover the same techniques work brilliantly in one-on-one, across-the-desk sales conversations, your telephone conversations, and even webinar meetings. Consider this. Would it be helpful if your prospects remembered what you said? Would it be beneficial if they could repeat what you said 3 weeks later? Would it be profitable if they could vividly remember why clients, just like them, chose to do business with you? You are presenting your message to be remembered and repeated. Most of the time, our offering is one of several our prospects are considering. The individual, committee, or executive team will be debriefing at a later date and comparing your product or service and presentation to the other vendor sales professionals. Can you guarantee yours is more memorable and persuasive? If you are like most sales professionals I work with, your management is telling you, call high. In other words, get to the executive level of an organization. Good strategy. Often you make many calls at many levels and layers of a company to get there. Nothing is more effective in closing the sale than presenting well to an executive level audience. These are the economic buyers who control the budget or are very close to it. The stakes are high. Don't wing it. The superstar sales mentality is important. How often have you asked yourself, what do poor sales presentations really cost? What impressions do my sales presentations make? What do your most important prospects, especially senior executives, say after you or your sales team leave the room after delivering your best sales presentation? Do they say, wow, I hope our salespeople are half as good as they were when they represent us? Or do they say, I'm really disappointed. I expected much better from a company with their reputation. Notice you or your team and your presentation are seen as the company. Sales representatives are unofficial ambassadors of your company and its reputation. They are the company when they're in front of prospects. If the sales presentation is not delivered in an interesting and creative way, the overall impression to your prospects is that you and your company isn't qualified to solve their problems. What does a poor sales presentation cost? You squander the time in preparation, rehearsal, and delivery. You lose the sale, or at least you drop down the list of serious competitors for the business. The worst case, your hard-earned reputation suffers. In all these instances, a valuable opportunity is lost, and for no good reason. Remember, when you lose business you should have captured, you lose twice. First, you don't get the sale or the cash flow. Second, your competitor gets both. Imagine what you gain for a relatively small investment in education, time, and commitment to your sales presentation skills training. You get more sales more often. You get the right reputation for your company. You get the right reputation for yourself as a professional. You get credit for generating even more cash flow. And your competitors get none of the above. Did I hear rehearsal? What rehearsal? Remember, you are going to study your sales presentation from the point of view and discipline of an actor. Michael Caine said, rehearsal is the work, performance is the relaxation. The scenario above is naturally very nerve-wracking. Don't wing it just because you know your product line. At a senior level, you usually do not talk products, but rather concepts, strategies. How can they increase sales, lower costs, and accomplish one of their core initiatives with your product or service? Know this before you get to this level. I know what you're thinking. Stop teasing me. What are the inside secrets of superstar sales presentations? Let's consider the inside secrets you have already heard or are assumed with the Hollywood metaphor. The first 3 inside secrets of superstar sales presentation.